Life is full of challenges. Every day we encounter obstacles that test our resolve and push us to our limits. These challenges come in many forms, from physical endeavors like climbing a steep mountain or running a marathon, to emotional and psychological trials that can leave us feeling drained and defeated. We all face pain, loss, and adversity at some point. It's an inevitable part of the human experience. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the end of a significant relationship, or the struggle with a debilitating illness, these moments of suffering can feel overwhelming and insurmountable. These experiences can be incredibly difficult. They can bring us to our knees, making us question our purpose and our place in the world. The weight of our sorrows can feel like a heavy burden, one that we carry with us wherever we go. They can make us question everything. In these moments of deep reflection, we may find ourselves pondering the meaning of life and our own existence. We may wonder why we have to endure such pain and whether there is any purpose to our suffering. But even in the darkest of times, the human spirit has an incredible ability to find meaning. This resilience is what sets us apart and allows us to rise above our circumstances. It's a testament to our inner strength and our capacity for hope. This is what allows us to not just survive, but to thrive. By finding meaning in our suffering, we can transform our pain into a source of strength and inspiration. We can emerge from our trials with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of ourselves. My own experiences in Nazi concentration camps taught me this profound truth. I witnessed unimaginable suffering. The horrors of the camps were beyond anything I could have ever imagined, and the pain and loss were overwhelming. Yet I also saw extraordinary acts of courage, kindness, and love. In the midst of such darkness, there were moments of light that shone through. People found ways to support and uplift each other even when they had little to give. Even in the face of dehumanization and death, people found reasons to live. They clung to hope. They found meaning in their connections with others, in their acts of kindness, and in their determination to survive. They found meaning in their suffering. This ability to find purpose in the midst of pain is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It shows that even in our darkest moments, we have the capacity to find light and hope. This experience led me to develop logotherapy. I wanted to help others find meaning in their suffering, just as I had. Logotherapy is a form of psychotherapy that focuses on the will to meaning, helping individuals discover their own sense of purpose. This is a form of psychotherapy that focuses on the will to meaning. It encourages individuals to explore their own values and beliefs, and to find ways to align their actions with their sense of purpose. Logotherapy posits that our primary drive in life is not pleasure, as Freud suggested, but the search for meaning. This search for meaning is what gives our lives direction and purpose, guiding us through even the most challenging times. We're driven by a desire to find meaning in our experiences, even the painful ones. This drive is what motivates us to keep going, to keep searching for answers, and to keep striving for a better future. This search for meaning is not a passive endeavor. It requires active engagement with life. It demands that we take an active role in our own journey, seeking out opportunities for growth and self-discovery. It demands that we confront our suffering head-on and search for the lessons it holds. By facing our pain and embracing it, we can uncover the deeper truths that lie within it. It requires courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in our own capacity for growth. By finding meaning in our suffering, we can transform our lives and emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. My journey through the horrors of the Holocaust profoundly shaped my understanding of the human spirit. It was a time of unimaginable suffering, where every day was a struggle for survival. The memories of those dark days are etched deeply into my soul, and they have influenced every aspect of my life since. Stripped of everything, my family, my freedom, my identity, I was forced to confront the most fundamental questions of existence. Why am I here? What purpose could there be in such relentless suffering? These questions haunted me as I faced the daily horrors of the concentration camp. The loss of my loved ones, the dehumanizing conditions, and the constant threat of death pushed me to the brink of despair. What is the meaning of life when faced with such suffering? In the face of such overwhelming adversity, it seemed impossible to find any sense of purpose. Yet, it was in these moments of profound darkness that I began to search for answers. I realized that even in the most dire circumstances there was a glimmer of hope, a spark of meaning that could be found if one looked deeply enough. In the depths of despair, I discovered that even in the most horrific circumstances, we have the freedom to choose our attitude. This realization was a turning point for me. It became clear that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. This understanding gave me a sense of empowerment, a way to reclaim a small piece of my humanity in a place designed to strip it away. We cannot always control what happens to us, but we can always choose how we respond. This choice, this freedom, became my lifeline. It allowed me to find a sense of purpose, even in the midst of unimaginable suffering. I began to see that my attitude, my inner life, was something that could not be taken from me, no matter how dire the external circumstances. This realization became my lifeline. It was a beacon of hope in the darkest of times, guiding me through the horrors of the concentration camp. It gave me the strength to endure, to hold on to the belief that there was still meaning to be found, even in the most brutal of conditions. It allowed me to find meaning even in the midst of unimaginable suffering. I began to focus on the small acts of kindness, the moments of human connection that still existed amidst the cruelty. These moments, though fleeting, were a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. They reminded me that even in the darkest times, there is still light to be found. I held on to the hope of reuniting with my wife and sharing my manuscript with the world. This hope was a lifeline, a reason to keep going. It gave me something to look forward to, a vision of a future beyond the barbed wire and brutality. My manuscript, which I had begun before the war, became a symbol of my belief in the power of meaning and the potential for human growth, even in the face of suffering. This manuscript, which would later become Man's Search for Meaning, contained the seeds of logotherapy and my belief in the human potential for finding meaning in all of life's experiences. It was a testament to the idea that even in the most adverse conditions we can find a sense of purpose. This belief became the foundation of my work after the war, as I sought to help others discover their own sources of meaning. Following my liberation, I dedicated my life to sharing this message of hope and resilience with the world. I traveled extensively, speaking to audiences about the importance of finding meaning in life, no matter the circumstances. My experiences in the concentration camp had shown me the depths of human cruelty, but they had also revealed the incredible strength and resilience of the human spirit. I believed that if I, someone who had witnessed the darkest depths of human cruelty, could find meaning in life, then so could anyone. This belief became the driving force behind my work, as I sought to inspire others to find their own sources of meaning and purpose. Through my lectures, writings, and therapy sessions, I aim to show that no matter how difficult life may be, there is always a way to find meaning and to live a life of purpose. Life inevitably presents us with what I call the tragic triad: pain, guilt, and death. These are unavoidable aspects of the human experience. We will all experience loss, make mistakes, and eventually face our own mortality. However, these seemingly negative experiences can also be opportunities for growth and transformation. Pain can lead to self-discovery and greater empathy. Guilt can motivate us to make amends and live a more ethical life. And our awareness of death can inspire us to live more fully and appreciate each precious moment. The key is not to avoid these experiences, but to embrace them as opportunities for growth. By confronting the tragic aspects of life head-on, we can find meaning and purpose even in the midst of suffering. This is not to say that we should seek out suffering or pretend that it is not painful. Rather, it is about recognizing that suffering is an inevitable part of life and that we have the power to choose how we respond to it. We can allow it to break us, or we can use it as an opportunity to grow and become stronger. The search for meaning in suffering is not limited to those who have endured extreme hardship. It is a quest that touches every human soul, regardless of their circumstances. From the moment we are born, we are thrust into a world filled with both joy and pain, and it is through these experiences that we begin to seek understanding. It is a universal human experience. This search for meaning transcends cultures, ages, and backgrounds. It is a thread that weaves through the fabric of humanity, connecting us all in our shared quest for purpose. Whether we are facing a serious illness, a debilitating condition that changes the course of our lives, or a sudden health scare that shakes us to our core, the loss of a loved one, which leaves a void that seems impossible to fill, or a career setback that makes us question our path and our worth, we all grapple with the question of why. Why do we suffer? Why do we face these challenges? What is the purpose behind our pain? These questions can feel overwhelming, but they are a natural part of the human experience. The answers are as diverse as the individual seeking them. Each person's journey is unique, and the meaning they find in their suffering is deeply personal. Some may find solace in their relationships, drawing strength from the love and support of family and friends. For some, meaning might be found in helping others who are going through similar challenges. By offering a helping hand, they find a sense of purpose and connection that eases their own pain. For others, it might be in expressing their creativity. Art, music, writing, and other forms of creative expression can be powerful tools for processing emotions and finding meaning in difficult times, or connecting with something larger than themselves. This could be through spirituality, nature, or a sense of belonging to a greater community. These connections can provide a sense of peace and purpose that transcends individual suffering. There is no right or wrong answer. The journey to find meaning is deeply personal and unique to each individual. What matters is that we allow ourselves the space and time to explore these questions. The important thing is to engage in the search, to take the time to reflect, to ask ourselves the difficult questions, and to be open to the answers that may come. To ask the difficult questions, to explore different possibilities, and to engage in conversations with others who may offer new perspectives and insights, and to remain open to where life may lead. The path to finding meaning is rarely straightforward, and it often takes us in unexpected directions. The meaning of our suffering may not be immediately apparent, and it may take time and patience to uncover. But by remaining open and curious, we allow ourselves the opportunity to grow and transform through our experiences. But by actively searching for it, we open ourselves up to the possibility of growth and transformation. This process of seeking and finding meaning can lead to profound personal growth and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. We open ourselves up to the possibility of growth and transformation. By engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, we can find new ways to cope with our suffering and discover new sources of meaning. This search for meaning is an ongoing process. It is not something that we achieve once and for all, but rather a continuous journey that evolves over time. It is not a destination that we arrive at, but a journey that we embark on. Each step we take brings us closer to understanding, even if the path is winding and uncertain. But a journey that we embark on. Along the way, we will encounter new challenges and opportunities that shape our understanding and help us grow. And as we journey through life, we will inevitably encounter new challenges. These challenges can be daunting, but they also offer new opportunities for growth and discovery. We will inevitably encounter new challenges. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to learn more about ourselves and to find new ways to cope and thrive, and new opportunities to find meaning in our experiences. By embracing these opportunities, we can transform our suffering into a source of strength and resilience, and find a deeper sense of purpose in our lives.